What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on the live stream. We did a lot of min-maxing. We did a lot of content in regards to WOBL on the free-to-play account. And yes, we did complete it without all of the brand new weapons. So I'm going to give you guys the full breakdown of every single fight and what I did to complete it. Now, before I do that, guys, I want to remind everyone, Content Creator Program is going on. We have another week left before the season is over. So if you haven't done so already, hit that support button, guys. Get yourselves in. I'll be sending out 2 more codes, one current active one and another one coming. And if you're already supporting, please log in here and go to your account and hit the extend button for next season plus the upcoming code. If you don't extend, you won't be eligible for giveaways and you won't be eligible for the newer code that come in, and then you have to resupport for the next season. So just do me a favor, guys, get that in there, get yourself some free codes so I can help you guys out. All right, let's walk through this. I'm going to show you guys what I did. All right, so we did this live. I'm going to give you guys my full breakdown first before I go anywhere, just so you know from a stats perspective. Sun Jinu, this is the hardest fights. Liu makes everything a freaking joke, and you guys will be blown away at how much easier he has time with this WOBL normal mode versus Sun Jinu. So this is normal mode, free to play. Okay, so I went 954 strength, 100 perception, 150 agility, just so you guys are aware. You guys can see all my stats here. Okay, and I'll put the 2 equipment that I used. So the 2 pieces of equipment we used was the A9 Stormbringer, okay, and I used the A2 Moonlite Gale. That's all there was, guys. There was no Assurance Soma, none of that jazz, because it's only A3 anyways. So this is what I used, and the skills that I used, just so everyone is on the same page with this one, is actually high speed rotation mythical. All right, and I used the silent or the Phantom Strike quick strike, which is the and it's a purple, right? It's a purple one. You guys can see right there, purple, right? Okay, so that's what I used. And then in terms of the other skills here, we used Thunderstorm mythical. We ended up using, of course, that stays the same. And then here we used the freezing one, which is Ice Strike, to make sure we freeze and do more damage during the freeze phase. And then in terms of blessing stones, guys, we did a Bloodlust. We did the Reawakening. I'm trying to remember what we did. We did Bloodlust, Reawakening, Sharp, and then we did this one, Weakness Detection. So Weakness Detection was replaced, is much better, by the way, than using Boss Slayer. So you can use those. Down here it's all the same. Don't worry about these ones. These are whatever. It doesn't really matter, right? In terms of cores, we use this one over here. So attack and defense pen, additional defense and defense pen, and then HP and defense pen. Everything was defense pen related. And you guys can see the gear, of course, is the full on poison set. And then skills, you guys saw. So in terms of stats, here's what my stats look like. We're kicking around at 116,000 attack. Sorry, let me go back here. 116,000 attack. And in terms of the rest of the stats, precision is 87.37. Crit rate is 50% at 11k. 208% for critical hit damage. 50% defense penetration, sitting at 56,000. And then 25% at damage increase. So those are my stats for Sung Jin Woo. Okay, now when it comes down to Liu, it's a little different. Liu was very easy to use on this one, and again, he made it simple. 83k attack, A10 weapon, A5 Liu. This is free to play, of course. So I have 99% precision. Crit hit is 14k, 200% crit damage, 50% defense penetration, 24.59% damage increase. He is using the full poison set, and his cores are as follows. He's using the Nameless Demon attack with attack percentage and damage increase, defense pen. Okay, pretty straightforward. Jean is the other unit here. I'd give her whatever, it doesn't really matter. I gave her the AP set for support. And then her weapon is A6, and then Christopher Reed is A7 for me. And then we have ourselves A10 weapon. He's got, of course, the commish set, and his cores really, again, don't matter. He's just there to do it one thing and one thing only, and that is put up overload and let Liu take over. Okay, so you guys, that's what you need to know. Now let's go into the actual fights. All right, guys, we're gonna jump into the fights. Now you can watch the full live stream. Yes, there was a lot of hassle, specifically on Legia. Everyone else was super easy. The guy was the only problem, only for SJW. So it's kind of crazy to see how much Liu makes a difference. So let's go ahead with the first fight. So start off with Gina here. So what do we do with Gina? I got hit there accidentally because I was chatting. So start with summons, go with your skill 1, core, skill 2, and hold it down. And then Christopher Reed jumps in here. And literally all you need to do here is just make sure that you put infusion in. Like, if it's all about overload. If you can overload, it's straightforward. So this is easy. Transform, do your 2 skills, overload, bring in Liu, right? Instantly go into your ultimate. Now with Liu, go skill 2, skill 1 into core, and then ultimate, right? And then this will all automatically give you guys the most amount of damage, and then that enhances the rest of the skills, of course, and you can just continue spamming till your burst button kicks in. Okay, so it's really straightforward and easy to do. So you guys can see right away, we go into the next phase. The next phase starts with this dude coming back with full HP, and then of course he's gonna start dodging at you. So you guys can see I did burst, and I switch over to Gina and get the buffs back up. So again, same rotation here. I think I got hit because he was rolling into me. Rotation, do your core right there, and then ultimate here. And then once you do your ultimate, just get out and put Christopher Reed back in. And at this point, you just rinse and repeat the same rotation, guys. It's a very, very simple fight, and you should be able to get this done. I think I had about 2 minutes left with this fight, so it's really, really easy. As long as you can overload, bring Liu in, the rest of it is cake, right? So just make sure you bring Liu in when the overload is there, and then from there, cast your ultimate. Same rotation again, just do the same rotation there, cast your ultimate again when available, boom, and then you'll see the damage he does is insane. Like, he just constantly drops percentage after percentage after percentage, and Butcher Hars really doesn't have a chance. We actually end up butchering his ass, and it's not good. So right there, after that phase right there, you can see he does go into another overload phase, so overload restarts, and you can just continue spamming DPS with Liu and kind of finish it off. Here I kind of replaced him for a couple seconds just to get overload back up, and I didn't even burst because this phase happened, so I could have burst right there and probably finished it off, but he had this elemental phase, so I brought Christopher Reed back in, broke him up there, and then that pretty much covers the entire fight. This is a super simple fight, guys. As long as you have A5 Liu and Christopher Reed, Gina could be at A4, even A3, you'll be fine. As long as your TP meets it, even if you're a little bit below, you should be okay. So there you guys go. First fight completely finished. And this one is a simple one. So I'll finish this off here. Yes, I didn't get any Essence Stones in this fight because I don't think you can. But the next two fights, I don't think I got Essence Stones on any fights except for the last Hunter one against Legia. So I'll show you guys that after. There you guys go. First clear, easy peasy, free to play. Now we're going to move on to the SJW portion of it, okay? All right, guys, we are now on to the second fight. Now, one thing to note here, I did not have blessings for any of these fights until I went to Legia. That's right, I actually did have to go back and blessing farm for the last two fights, only because of one reason and one reason only. I couldn't finish it. He kept having 8 to 10% left without the blessing, so I went and got my blessings and I completed it at that point. Okay, so you guys can see here, this is now the second fight. I'm gonna go ahead and put my camera down so it doesn't distract you guys. Yes, same shirt because it's the same day, but here this fight's pretty straightforward, guys. Start off with your shadows, go straight into your shadow step, and then the way this rotation works is pretty straightforward for me. So make sure this is important because Riegi misses a lot if you don't target perfectly. So I do shadow step, and then I go straight into Riegi summon right behind the boss. So he does his move in terms of infusion. You go into Gale Moonlite, so you get more infusion, and then into your Phantom Strike, all right, Quick Strike, which will give you overload instantly. Okay, with that overload, you go into the Stormbringer, right? Cast your Stormbringer. I do Thunderstorm, and then or you can go. I usually do Thunderstorm first, or 3 rotations of this quickly into Thunderstorm. So you can go 3 high-speed rotations into Thunderstorm, or you can go Thunderstorm into 3 high-speed rotations. Either way, Stormbringer first, and then that rotation afterwards. And then whenever this is up, whenever my Quick Strike is up, I still use it during the infusion phase just to get more damage through. Right now, while this is happening, during the rotation, so once overload is done, my next thing is to do is I bring in Mint to do more damage with Judgment, and then the last person I bring in is Jinna. Jinna allows me to do Thunderstorm and then the 3 rotations, and allows me to use all of my skills with more wind damage. Now Laura is a really good substitute. I could have done this with Laura. Laura at a 3 or A1 or something gives her passive 30% more damage, so really good support as well too. So you don't have to use Jinna, but Riegi is the only necessity here. Min is fantastic. You can stick with Min, but you don't have to use Jinna. You can go use Laura if you want, or you can use Isla or somebody else that can give you guys more damage increase plus a shield. All right, so same rotation here, guys. Once you do the second overload, your ultimate will be up. Cast your ultimate, and then you'll jump into this. Now, the most annoying part of this whole fight, quite honestly, is not the fight itself. The fight's actually pretty easy. You guys can see I had the wrong skill up there. I should have had the I didn't even change it. I should have had the other skill there. But anyways, you guys can see infusions down, so then right back into it again. Summon there's Moonlight Gale into Riegi, into overload, right, with my Phantom Strike, and then Moonlight. There it is, 3 rotations. Boom, Thunderstorm. We're at 62% with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left. Right now, this is the part that sucks. Even if you deflect these perfectly and you finish him off in 2 rotations of this perfect amounts, he still ends up doing his full rotation, which means you still have to beat him with the fireballs. Right here, look, I'll finish it right here, but the game needs to fix this. Right when this bar is full, it should instantly stop. But here it's making us do another full 3 fireball rotations, which wastes a good 20 to 30 seconds of our time. So this is actually not a hard hard fight. The biggest problem is that sequence happens twice. So you're wasting almost a minute to, to 40 seconds to a minute, depending how good you are at this part of just that happening. So you guys can see it's pretty straightforward. Nothing really changes here. The entire rotation stays the same, and this is pretty much the ebb and flow of the fight, right? So again, the situation is Shadow Step, Reagi into Moonlight Gale, skill into Phantom Strike to Overload, and then you go Min right there, and then while Stormbringer is being cast, you do Jinna into Thunderstorm, and then high speed rotation, and then just do all your cooldowns, and then the second wave of that same rotation, you just cast your ultimate. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. I think I mess up here once or twice in terms of rotation, so it kind of screws me over, but don't forget to also summon your shadows. Now, for shadows, I'm using Bestie, Serbi, and I think either Oros or Lich, but Bestie is going to be your best friend. Okay, for this phase here, just go behind the rocks, guys. Just do one Phantom, just do one rotation that kills it. The rocks, just kill the crystals here, go right behind again, and then just dash over to the next side and break another one. You just need to kill 3, boom, and again, he goes back into his next phase. You guys see we have a minute 24, and he doesn't have much HP left. At this point, we do have to deal with one more phase of, I believe, of the fireballs. I could be wrong. I think it's one more. You guys can see, though, same rotation happens again. And we're not using Soma and Asura because I only have A2 version of it, or A3 version of it. So I don't have A5. So if I had A5, I'd be using them, obviously. But this is also a good point to see that you guys can finish this with older weapons and older skills. And this is, I think, a really good setup for anyone who's free-to-play player and is struggling right now to finish this boss, right? Or any boss, as a matter of fact. This is the exact same rotation and setup we're going to be using on Legia as well. The only difference, of course, is he has way more HP. He does a lot more damage. Plus, we have 2 blessings. Right now, we're using no blessings for this fight whatsoever. If we did have blessing, this would have been done a lot faster. Okay, so you guys can see here again, same rotation, same thing. And it's a pretty straightforward fight, guys. So I don't want anybody here thinking this is impossible for free to play. Again, my account is not fully optimized. We did take about an hour to optimize my account a bit more. What I did was I added new gems. I did a little bit of gear crafting, and that's really all we did. We just had some RNG involvement, and that was it. Everything else was pretty straightforward and done already in advance. So yeah, very viable, very doable, guys. So this setup here with Stormbringer and the high speed rotation with the Moonlight Gale weapon is easily doable. Okay, so there you guys go. Second fight completed. 21 seconds left. We could have done it faster. We had no blessings. It's all good. There you guys go. 328 essence. So I lied. We did get some essence stones. All right, let's jump into the next part, which is Legia. All right, guys, so back at this fight now. So we have the same setup, literally the exact same setup. The only blessings we have is two of them. Yeah, 2 of them are going to be I believe minus HP on the boss at 2%. Both of them are 2% each, or 2.5%, so 5% off HP on the boss. We have a minus 10% defense, and then we have right here, I think this is increase in critical damage or something like that. It's nothing major. I didn't do much farming. I did one stage twice and one of them once, and that was it. I was like, whatever, we're gonna just try this again. Because again, I was only off by about 5% to 10% without blessings. And it was honestly rotation issues more than anything else. So here's the fight. I'll show you guys how it goes. Okay, so first off, he's going to start jumping in towards you. You can either do one of 2 things. You can either summon your shadows and just wait for him to land, or dodge and then do your shadow step and then summon shadows. But nonetheless, you're going to go in with Reagi, Moonlight Gale, into your Phantom Strike, which will put you into Overload, into your Stormbringer and Min at the same time. And then you're going to put in your Jinna, Thunderstorm, and then 3 rotations, or 3 rotations, Jinna, and then Thunderstorm. Your call which way you want to do it. And then literally that is the rinse and repeat of the entire fight. So watch. Okay, here we go. Boom. I summon shadows right behind. You guys can see right away. Reagi's in, 82%. Phantom Strike pushes him all the way to 100. I think I messed this one up. Let me go to the proper one. Here we go. Okay, there it is. Okay, sorry. I think I was talking or something and didn't do the proper one. Okay, so here we go. So Phantom Strike, there it is. This is the right rotation. Okay, so right there, that happens right into Thunderstorm. You can see I did high speed rotation there. Now the HP you want ideally is 92%. 92% is perfect. If you go lower than 92%, you're doing a great job. If you go lower than, if you're at 94%, I would stop. If you're at 94%, restart, try to push them to 92, 91%. From there, it's just easy. So he does a beam right after this whole little rotation. The main thing to look out for with Reagi especially is Reagi takes a while to cast his skill and he stands still. So the guy likes to move around a lot. So if he does that, restart. If you miss once, just restart, guys. All right, so right here you guys can see I froze him during my second phase with my QTE right into my ultimate, into Thunderstorm, and then back into high speed rotation. Now you can cast your Phantom Strike in high speed rotation as much as you want. Now there's one thing to note there. Okay, that move right there that he just does where he's kind of pauses and he's like winding up, I'm gonna punch you in the face. The moment you see flashing red, do not cast anything, just dodge, because if you're in front of him and he's red, he'll knock you back, and any move you do will get canceled. So you can either go right behind him and avoid it. I like to stand in front and dodge so I can do another shadow step. Just real important to note that part, okay? You can see I cast Rock Passa here. There it is. This right here is another move he does. That's a different wind-up. This one, you'll see the circle on the ground. The one I'm talking about is there's no circle on the ground. It's just literally him winding up to punch you. This one you can dodge, go into a shadow step, and then just do your normal rotation, okay? So here we go. We're going back into overload again, and at 75%, he goes into the next phase. Now, if you can beat him up even further than 75% while he's doing this specific phase, this one here, he'll throw a thunderball up in the air. They'll all start landing. They're all over the place. Dodge once, shadow step, and do as much damage as you guys can. Now I get hit here like an idiot because I think I'm chatting, but you guys can see here he's at 73.96, 75%. He does go into the next phase. This is a mini game. I tried to push him to 68% last time and we were way closer to finishing this. Nonetheless, we get the job done. All right, so here we go. 75% goes in there. Now this is important to note. This mini game has 3 triangle circles, one here, and one on top. I go left or right, doesn't matter which one. You dodge toward or dash towards them quick before the stomp, and then it drops. And I'll go down to the bottom right one next, right? Dash, get it, go quickly, dodge, and then you'll see one on top. It's a triangle, guys. Make sure if you're looking for it, don't mess it up. This is a big time waster if you don't do it quickly, okay? And you guys can see right here, we're gonna go into summoning shadows, shadow step, same rotation again, okay? So you can see here it builds up again, overload, and you just keep pummeling him in this phase until 50%. Now 50%, he does another little mini game, not as drastic. This is the one I'm talking right there, that punch. So right here you can freeze him because he winds up for a while. You can freeze him here, and then when you freeze him, because you do the QT, he does more damage during frozen. I do my ultimate, you see he turns around right there, there's the red. If you do any move while he's doing that, it will instantly cancel. So Stormbringer, your rotation doesn't matter, it'll instantly cancel it. You'll waste the whole move. Do not allow that to happen, okay? So here you go. That wind up is okay. You can shadow step that one right there. Now full rotation in again. You want to make sure that you have Min available, right? And then Jinna available into your Thunderstorm right there. And this is going to push him to probably 50% freeze, right? And then you want to do shadows here. Like this is perfect right here. Now that he does this again, this is the fireball thing that I told you about, the thunder. Avoid that. Take advantage of this, right? Right here, like you want to take advantage of when it's overload. That was bad. Okay, so here. This phase here, you're going to go right, left, and then either left or right. Most likely you want to go left all the way to the corner. Not all the way to the corner, but far enough, and he'll completely miss you. Okay, so watch. Left, oh, sorry, right, left, right, and then left, and then you just go further left. That's literally it, right? You can see right there, boom. And then you can avoid that. Now he's going to jump towards you. You can dodge or you can summon your shadows. I have my shadows ready, so I just summon them. But if you dodge, just shadow step and perform. Now, one thing to note, after that specific move right there, be careful. Because he does like to move around in this phase. So if you summon Reggie and he moves, you're going to actually miss your ult or you miss your infusion. In this case, he actually didn't do it. He did his punch instead, which was interesting because normally he likes to jump. But after this punch, he's going to start jumping. Here's the punch right there, right? You can dodge right there, shadow step. And you can see you have 2 minutes left with 35%. Okay, so still doing pretty good here. This is what I'm referring to. Oh no, actually he didn't even do it. So normally what he does is after, for some reason he's done it every time except for this one, he'll jump and kick you. Now when he jumps and kicks you, if you're far away, Reggie misses his overdrive, right? So this has actually been pretty good. So right here we freeze, and again, going into Thunderstorm, make sure we get all the damage in during overload. Here's the big fireball phase. Again, you can dodge these once they get bigger in the puddles, just shadow step through, and then you guys can take full advantage of this part here. I know some people were saying I was messing up my rotation. That's the move right there I'm talking about, the one where he misses. I know some people are saying I'm messing up rotation. Guys, I understand. It's just tough to play while talking and explaining everything during a live. If I do this by myself, it's always way better and easier. Here you go, ultimate after the freeze. Infusion is up. You guys can see it's just pretty straightforward rotation things, right? It's very, very simple. And it's an easy fight, quite honestly, as soon as you, and don't be shy here. Okay, the last phase here, we got 1 minute and 10 left. Right here, just go to the chains and then run right by him. Don't even stop. Just keep dashing. Go right in the middle of those two. Boom, right there. Here you can dodge. And then go to the third one, and there you go. He clasps instantly. Go into a shadow step. Again, rotate into overload. There it is, and then complete this phase, guys. And if you have a minute and 10 seconds left in this phase, you're good. You're golden. You're going to be able to finish this, okay? So you guys can see he's got 46. I can do one more full rotation of overload before it's over, and that'll be enough. And that's what we end up doing. We do one more whole phase, and you guys can see here we got 36 seconds left. No need to panic because plenty of time to finish this. There's Riegi, there's my overload, and then from here we just do the usual routine. There's the punch. I do thunderstorm, I do my rotation, freeze, ultimate, and it's game over. Now, this is crazy, right? How hard this is. Like, it seems hard. It's not really that hard, but I mean, it seems very tasking. Watch what happens when Liu steps in. It's not even the same fight. It's ridiculous. So just check out how quickly we do this, okay? So there's the fight. Hopefully this helps some of you guys. You guys can see you don't need all of it. There's normal mode. We didn't get any essence stones again, but it is what it is. All right, there's the fight, guys. Let's jump into the last one. All right, guys. I can't even tell you how stressful this is. So the same team, I don't change anything. Literally, it's all the same shit. Nothing has changed, right? You guys can see this. Same setup as before. I use Oros here for defense down. Everything else here. I was going to change it to SJW's gear because SJW has way better gear. I'm like, you know what? We don't need to. We're just going to stick with mediocre gear and get the job done either way. So watch what happens. Like I said, this is insane, the night and day difference that you have when you use Liu. Watch how quickly we finish this. Okay, not only that, well, you saw we had like, what, 10, 15, 20 seconds left with the last fight. Look how much time we have left after this fight is done. It's actually insane. So this has pretty much become the Liu show. Okay, so check this out. Okay, so we go in, usual rotation, guys. Nothing changes here. Just overload into Liu, into ultimate, and then you just rinse and repeat. Skill 2, skill 1, core, skill 2, or skill 2, core, skill 1. It doesn't matter. Whichever method you want to go by. Here you go, right here. Watch his percentage, okay? We're at 94% right now. Watch what happens. Watch what happens here after this ultimate. 63%, 61, 60, 58, 56, 54, 52, 50, and we haven't even gone to the next phase. I've literally skipped 2 phases with one rotation. That was one rotation, guys. We're at 38%. We have 4 minutes and 21 seconds left with one rotation. Somebody tell me what's happening. I know the devs buffed SJW during team fights, but where the hell is his buff for this? There is no reason for Sung Jin Woo to look like a biggity bitch. This is free to play, people. Okay, I just want you guys to know this is completely free to play. And look at this insanity. Now watch, he goes into the next phase because I couldn't get infusion up quick enough. But there you guys see right there, he jumps into that punch phase now, right? So completely skip 2 phases. It's actually kind of crazy. I don't even think we get into the chain phase in this fight because I like this is just a waste of time at this point, right? We know he's cooked. He's like toast, bro. So here, watch this. He jumps in. We got a shield on, right? He jumps in right there. We go into infusion as quick as we can. So ultimate's coming up very soon. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ultimate. Oh, we didn't even do ultimate. We just went straight to infusion. Okay, so watch this. Watch the damage. Okay, so skill 1, skill 2, core. And then ultimate here, you can see he's trying to wind up and punch, right? He's trying to do what he can to survive. Dude's got 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, like, boom. What? What? How? How is this even a thing? There you guys have it. This team absolutely destroyed him. Liu absolutely rocked this boy. It's crazy. And we didn't even get Essence Stones again. So there you guys have it. Complete free to play. Look at my face. I'm just shocked. Absolutely shocked. Just cooked here. All right, there you guys go. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe. Don't forget to leave the notifications. Hit that support button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.